Yeah,
Yep.
him and Daryl chatted quite a while.
Yep.
Hello, everybody. I was just told we're on. Got me. I don't run the show. Hope everybody has their drinks and their popcorn ready. Potato chips, crackers, whatever, French fries. Hi, Homesteading the Pioneer Way. Glad you could stop by. I think it's going to be a very interesting evening tonight. We have a, well, in our group, might be considered a youngster as our guest speaker, I suppose. So it's going to be very interesting. We had the chance to meet her in person this weekend, plus quite a few other folks, and we had a fantastic time. Yeah, see there, Pickled Ham was there.
My other
Yeah,
brother.
my other brother Daryl. Yep, we got two of them now. Yeah, prepping Ohio. It's two family.
Oh, and I see somebody else in here. LED 8541. Matthew, good evening.
Mel is having lasagna wrap for dinner. Not sure what a lasagna wrap is, but it sounds good. Hi, Bob. How are you? Prepping's asking you about your mic.
Yes. It's a
Who's the kid with the blue hair? Don't you make fun of my little kid? He's one of our mascots.
he's a resident troll.
Yeah, he's our resident troll. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Prepping Ohio. It's the blue Yeti USB mic.
Yeah, all he needs is one of those stands, prepping, and
No.
and he could be like on bandstand and start singing or something like that.
This is not Clare.
No, Daniel, no way, not even close. Ooh, it's a red wine kind of night. Okay, wholesome. I'm not, a drinker or anything, but I'll try something. Yeah, isn't the blue hair nice? Yeah. See, now this one is special, Pickled Ham, because this one is my Jewish troll. See, he has a yarmulke on top. Lost his little, what they call it, his prayer cloth. This is a bar mitzvah troll. So, yeah, that's my bud. I've had him over, that many years, 20 plus, 40 plus, I think.
Prepping Ohio. It's powered off the USB. So I guess that could be considered phantom power. Okay, well, that's
903.
903 already.
Gotta open those curtains.
Well, we're getting there. Anyway,
Well, I don't know if they're religious or not, they're Pickled Ham. No, I think this is the only religious one, I think, in the group of trolls. Come to think of it, there's the boy one and there's a female version. She has pink hair. And I said, when we reach 1,000 subscribers, this one will have to have a buddy. So you may see two of them by then. Ta-da! You have her on yet?
right now,
There we go. That's what I thought.
Claire, are you here?
Hi, Chris
Yes, I am
215.
here.
All right. Can everybody out there hear her? Okay.
This is so, I'm sorry.
She's never done this before.
I'm
So-
trying to get used to seeing it in both, because I have two windows open, so trying to adjust.
Now, I warned you about the delay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have my chat screen popped out and over the picture on my laptop. Because if I would have to watch the picture, I'd be lost. And I think I did that the first night or two that we tried
Yes,
this.
yes.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do
Yeah.
too. There we
Exactly.
go.
There.
And I see Chris 215 has joined the room here.
Met him this weekend.
Bob Homestead says hello, Claire.
Donna Kelly.
Donna.
Hi, Donna.
Duckhead! Watch out for those trolls.
Hi, Roxanne. How are you? Glad you could stop and visit. Hi, Dale and Crystal. How's New York treating you? Is the weather still pretty good there? I never know which camera to look at. I have
This
my
one.
choice. I know, that's what I thought. But
And LED 8541 says you have a nice hat, Claire.
Thank you. I love this hat.
I was just complimenting her on that.
It's my favorite hat just because it's.
Southern Arc.
Yep, Southern Arc is here. Allison's here.
Hey, Allison.
Daniel, I don't think he's on yet, but
I think he's watching.
okay.
I don't know if he's commented yet.
He's lurking in the background.
We have a lurker.
We have a lurker.
Oh my.
Mm-hmm. Blonde hair, usually wears a baseball cap, goatee, the kind that does this all the time.
Yeah. That is true.
No, doesn't look like it.
Mennonite Life. Hello, nice to see you here.
The kind of guitar I have in the case, I think it's my dad's acoustic. I don't really know, but.
So, Claire,
Yes.
you might want to share with us all here. You had a huge day on Saturday with the meetup and everything, which I'm sure you didn't get much sleep the night before, and you were up all day. And then yesterday, you jump in the car and travel halfway down to Florida.
Yeah. So my family, if not all of you know, we are trying to find a place to move, and the place we were looking at in Michigan did not really work out. And we found a really nice place in Tennessee, and we went down there, and it's 15 acres. Pretty nice house. It's very hilly there, though. And one thing that we were really looking at was how much land was usable there. And it's about 5 acres that's usable. They have different pastures, and we just went down there to check it out, and we're not sure if it's going to work out, but we were going to visit 2 places, but by the time we were about to head to the second place, it had already sold. Wow. So, yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy, because we were still at the house, and we were about to leave to go to the other place, and it would have been 2.5 hours in the other direction.
Wow.
And the guy called and was like, all right, don't come because it's sold, and I don't want you to waste your time, but...
Well, see, you can tell your parents they can get a 15-acre piece of ground, and then for real cheap, we'll buy 5 acres off of them.
Yeah.
Well, you would have had to have left very early Sunday morning.
We left at about 7:15.
Well, I figured it would have been earlier.
Yeah, I did too.
Especially the time you came on your live stream.
Yeah.
No wonder they logged dog early.
You didn't let any grass grow under your feet.
Yeah. We stayed for about an hour at that property, and then we just quickly came home, and we got there right at 7, and then we took a few minutes to kind of get the computers turned on and that kind of thing. But it's been a crazy weekend, what with the meetup and everything. Mm-hmm. The few nights before the meetup, we had some friends over, and they stayed really, really late. And then we were up till 1 o'clock in the morning getting everything ready for the meetup the night before, and then the meetup happened, and then we had more friends over afterwards and stayed up till like 1:30 in the morning, and then still didn't sleep it very well, but it's just been a crazy week, but I would do it again in a heartbeat. So
well, it was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was.
It was a lot of fun.
I couldn't believe all the food.
I know.
Well, there was 5 picnic tables lined up together? At least 5.
Yeah, I think it was 5 or 6. Mm-hmm. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Because we had originally, I made 2 signs, because I was in charge of making the signs for the meetup. And so I made 2 signs that said, food to share here. And we thought, oh yeah, we'll only need 2 picnic tables. It'll be fine, because not everybody's going to bring stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Fooled you.
People started coming, and they brought just a bunch of stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, it was crazy. But it was so much fun, and there was just lots of cool people there.
I did notice, did you get to take home any of your cookies, or were they all gone?
They were all gone. Actually, the last bag that
Yeah,
I made, you know, Mon Park Old Time Homestead Lisa and her husband.
right.
He took the last bag.
Yeah, Kaylee went over to get a bag because I told her, I said, there's cookies left. And she was, a little shy Kaylee, and all the adults were over there at the end. Your dad, and I forget who else was over there by the end of the tables. And
Yeah.
she just really wasn't sure she wanted to go into that group. And I said, go ahead, just take a bag. By the
Yeah.
time she figured she'd speak up, they were gone.
Yeah. And it's funny because that was one thing that I really wanted to do. I wanted to make the cookies for the meetup because my mom made the bean salad and that kind of thing. And so I'm like, okay, I'm making the cookies. I think I was in the kitchen for like 2 hours making them all, but there was a ton. And I didn't think that they were gonna all get eaten. I thought there was gonna be a ton left, but
Was it Butterfinger that you made?
yeah, I made
What?
a few batches of chocolate chip, and then I
Right.
made some peanut butter cookies, but put Butterfinger chips, which I didn't even know existed. But my dad brought them home. He's like, "This would look really good with peanut butter," because originally I was just gonna make chocolate chip, but
Right. Well, the Butterfinger ones were delicious. That's one I grabbed.
yeah.
Your mom's in the house.
Hello. I didn't get one of those cookies. Well, should have gotten in there.
Oh, those Butterfinger cookies with the peanut butter were so good. Goodness. Ah, and Daddy's here too.
Hello. But yeah, it was fun and just meeting so many cool people and becoming friends with so many more people and
Mm-hmm.
just putting faces to names is something that I was really excited about.
Exactly. Exactly. Finally, actually seeing the person real in person, and
Hmm.
trying to put, boy, you're not what, and not that you said it, but just not what I expected.
Yeah.
There
And
was
too,
one person there that was not what I expected.
yeah, there's a couple people that, I mean, you can, even if you don't think you do, you kind of make an assumption as to what they look like based on the
Mm-hmm.
comments they make. And
Sure.
so when you go and meet somebody, just like, wow, you're completely opposite to what I thought. And it's not a bad thing. It's just being human. So,
I like you and the jelly beans
yeah.
when Dolphin Man was coming up.
Yeah. I mean, I promised her on my live stream that I would give her jelly beans because she won the game that I was playing. So I brought the jelly beans.
I
Well,
don't.
Spruce, if you want that recipe, email me and I will make sure you get that. Really easy.
Brad said you had some sweet video spyglasses on.
They were sweet.
We were
You
looking at
had
the
walked
video this
up.
morning on them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You had
Yeah.
walked up to me and you sat down and you're just like, you're talking to me and all of a sudden you're just like, you're on camera. And it took me a minute to register. I'm like, what do you mean I'm on camera? No, I'm not. Then I saw it. I saw it right away. And then I'm
Right in the middle.
ah.
The biggest problem with that is there's so much stuff you have to pull out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got 2.5 hours of stuff to go through
Mm-hmm.
on two different cameras,
Plus the video camera you had going.
plus the video camera. So that'll be something to do this week when it's raining.
Yeah.
Yeah, your other brother Daryl liked your glasses also.
Oh. Well, actually, we stumbled across those. They were at Menards,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of all
and
places.
they were closing them out, and they were what, $20 a piece.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I thought even if they don't work, it'll be fun to talk about.
Yeah.
But they work pretty well.
A conversation starter, if anything.
Sure, candid camera.
Yeah.
Well, our hosts for Saturday were amazing. All of you. I mean, not just your mom and dad, but all the kids. I mean, that's all Kaylee and Celia talked about on the way home, aside for their tushes still being damp. But that was their own fault.
Yeah,
But all they talked about was Hope and Jonathan. Hope and Jonathan. Jonathan this.
He's a goofball. He is a big kid. But it's awesome because he honestly loves playing with the kids. Just because that's his personality, and I think that's really cool.
So I know that you've talked some in the past about maybe wanting to become a midwife,
Hmm.
and you're concerned that maybe it takes too long to do that or something, and or I mean, I guess I'm not to be nosy, but we're curious. What kind of aspirations you have.
Do you mean in terms of being a midwife or?
Yeah, yeah. Is that something you're going to pursue? You think?
Yes, I do think that I will pursue it. I actually had a couple people private message me and say, "Hey, um, I have a sister that's a midwife. Email her." And they were giving me some information, and it was just really encouraging, especially at the meetup too. I was talking to a couple people that were asking me questions about it, and they just said, if I stay close to my studies and I make sure that I'm doing what I need to do and just keep on the track that I'm headed, then it won't take that long. And there's ways that you can go about it where it won't take that long.
Sure. Okay.
So, yeah, and I think something that I want to do because there's different not steps. You can be a midwife in a hospital, which is a nurse midwife, or you can be a midwife that has your own birthing center, or you can be a midwife that goes to people's houses and helps birth babies there.
Mm-hmm.
I really think it would be cool to do home births just because I think it causes a lot less stress on the mother and it's so much more personal for the family. So I don't know if that takes extra time or if it's easier, but I'm hoping that I can do that.
Well, I know you folks have been into gardening and so forth, and I think you do a little bit of the Garden of Eden type gardening, the wood chips and all, or no?
We actually do raised beds. Well, we did do raised beds when we had our garden, and we had concrete block. We've used wood before, but this year and this past year we were using concrete block that we got from I think it was a greenhouse that was getting rid of it. And so we just made a raised bed like that and then got some dirt and put it in there and then kind of just we added some of our rabbit poop and that kind of thing just to get the
Sure.
soil fertilized and that kind of thing. And that's what we did for that. And it was kind of bittersweet because this year I was super excited. I've never been really excited about starting a garden before just because, it's a lot of work. The whole family's out there and you're weeding and making sure that it's taken care of. But this year I was excited because I've really taken just a liking to kale and all that kind of stuff and just fresh fruits and vegetables. And so the fact that I could grow something and I could go out in the garden and grab it and then have lunch, that just really intrigued me. So I'm super excited for when we get to do a garden.
Well, Sherry just goes out and eats a tomato and picks one, and then eats another one and picks one, and
Yeah.
As long as I have a salt shaker with me.
It's actually funny. My siblings, they did that this past summer, and they would just go out, and we would have nothing, no lettuce, no peppers, anything like that, because they would just eat it. And there was one time I had been growing and taking care of a head of lettuce. I'd been making sure it was all watered, it was nice, and it was this big. And I was like, okay, soon we're going to be able to have a meal like this. Bring it inside, make salad, it's going to be great. I go outside, standing in the kitchen, and I was looking out the window, and my sister, she had some lettuce in her hand. I was like, okay, maybe it's from the smaller plant. And then I go out in the garden later. They ate the entire head of lettuce. I was so mad because I was like, we could have eaten this for dinner, but you guys ate it. It was so close. I was just so mad. But I guess that's life.
well, yeah. Let me apologize for our Great Pyrenees. Apparently, the wind is blowing outside, and they've decided they're going to have to bark.
They're all barking at somebody. Excuse me. I'm bringing them in.
Okay.
Show's all yours.
Oh, it's all my show now, huh?
I'll be back.
All right.
Pickled Ham wanted to get you in the conversation anyway.
Easy, chill out. No, you're okay.
Oh, we can do this then.
Take their mouths shut.
I guess you just have me, Claire.
That's okay. Hey,
So-
Tawana.
So do you have any questions for us?
How many acres do you have?
We have 1/2 of an acre.
Okay, cool. And you garden?
We garden.
And do you have any chickens or anything like that?
We're not allowed to.
Oh, that's fine.
We live in what's called a plotted development, and we are not allowed to have chickens or. I guess you could possibly have rabbits if you wanted to, but we kind of went the other way. We've got 5 big dogs, 4 of them being Great Pyrenees. So our Great Pyrenees mix with the one.
Those are awesome dogs.
Yeah, they're just big babies.
Yeah. My parents and I have talked about, because we have a dog and she's from the pound and she's a good dog. Well, not the pound, she's from the shelter or somewhere. It's near us. And we've talked about if we ever got more acreage that we would get a Great Pyrenees just because they're great herb protectors. And actually, there's a good channel that is the Texas Boys, and they know all about Great Pyrenees because they raise them, and so I watch their videos, and they have a lot of great information on that.
Yeah, I've seen their channel, and there's another one out there as well that has those. And when we went down to Crossville, there was a lady there that gave a talk on guardian dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily Great Pyrenees, but other breeds as well, and what makes a good one and how they're trained. And so that was very interesting.
Yeah.
Name one sentence favorite memory of the get-together. Allison Butler has asked that question.
Probably. Okay, no, that's not going to be my sentence. When my dad started singing, that was my favorite part. Because my dad used to not sing so often. I didn't pay attention. But he's recently been practicing and he's been singing, and I just love it when he sings. So that was my favorite. My mom's saying Daisy is always hiding food in my bed. Actually, that's true. She hides dog food in my bed. And earlier, my dad gave her a slice of leftover homemade pizza.
Yes, I fall into my chair.
And she was eating the piece of pizza in the corner of my room. I didn't know what she was doing at first until I walked over and I'm like, what are you doing? And she was hiding it too. So.
She decided to bring one of them up.
Yeah.
So this is Sadie. She doesn't have any airtime.
Yeah. There's no Sadie cam.
No Sadie cam. Huh. We have 2 of these. They're sisters. I couldn't decide which one I wanted when I went to go look at them. So Daryl made a deal with the lady and her son, and we come home with 2.
Yeah.
Easy to do.
Difficult to fly a drone.
Sounds like a herd of wild dogs.
Yeah, they're like.
I've never flown the drone before. I like to watch my dad fly it, and I just never really had the interest in flying it, so I don't know. I don't think it's difficult. Calm down. Shh. But
Does he hear our dogs?
I'm sure it's
yeah, he does.
Yeah, that's what
have-
they do. If I have a video going and they hear the dogs in the back in the video, they go crazy.
we have a dog conversation here.
Yeah. She flips out, but she's calming down now that I'm over here. But yes, I do not know if it's difficult, but I don't believe so.
LED said it sounds like a herd of wild dogs.
Yeah.
You should hear when a siren goes by.
Yeah.
They all start howling.
Yeah.
And they can hear the sirens before we can.
Mm-hmm.
But we know that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
What kind of dog is yours?
She's a mix. A couple people have said she looks like she's got some greyhound in her, but we don't really know all that she's in.
Pretty
All that
face.
she has.
She's all excited.
Yes.
That's what she looks like. She's a big girl. We've had her for about 4. I've had her for 3 years.
Yeah, I'm going to let you.
If any of you guys have any questions, just put them in the text.
Yeah. Question Claire away. Now's your chance. Sadie's going back downstairs. It's probably easier me bringing her up than him going to have to take her down. Bob, yeah. As far as a favorite owner, me. Now we rescued a dog 2 summers ago just from down the street, and he's 9 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He has terrible ear infections. He was never cared for with that, even though the vet is literally right across the street from us. But he prefers Daryl. But the other 4, they're mine. Yeah, we have that video quite a few months ago of me trying to give them treats, some muffins that I made. And yeah, they will climb up in the chair with me. I have pictures of Smudge. He was my blanket in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Because he'll literally climb up in the recliner. Yeah, those drones were something else.
Yeah. My dad and Brian B were flying them at the same time. It was really cool. Okay, so got a couple questions. Do you have a 5 or 10-year plan? I have an idea of what I would like to do in 5 to 10 years, but obviously that could change very quickly. So I don't really try and plan out my life just because I know that in a year or two, everything could change. I know I definitely want to have a homestead one day. I want to be a midwife, and eventually I'd like to have a family, but obviously all of this could change in an instant if it wasn't for me. When was the best drone crash your dad has had? Probably the one he caught on film. Well, no, he caught both of them on film, but probably when he was flying over the farmer that was dealing with his crops and stuff. That was pretty funny. Just because you can see my brother at the end running in and trying to grab it. It was funny. Yeah, it was hilarious. Hey, Rennet.
Oh. I'm not even going to pronounce her name. I remember somebody doing it the other day in some live stream.
Yeah.
And I know I would butcher it terribly.
Yeah, that's the thing that kind of bugs me a bit sometimes. I'll be reading the comments and I really don't pronounce the names of people. And so I'll just kind of be like, okay, I don't want to be rude, but how do you pronounce your name?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody wrote it out correctly. Yeah, and I don't know what channel, what live stream I was watching. And it might have been your parents the other day. I don't know. It was last week.
I didn't hear what you were talking
about. The one name that I can't pronounce. Renata.
Oh,
but
Renetta?
Nah, I think
Renita?
it's like the middle is like an NO if I remember correctly. She'll catch us on that here in a minute.
What's your favorite thing to do and least favorite?
Rianne.
Just call me Rianne.
That's a very big question. Do you mean favorite thing to do on the homestead, or what? Can you specify a little bit more than that?
You had it right.
Claire, I'm the oldest girl, 2 older brothers, me, then 4 younger siblings, and a family of 7 kids like you. Do you hope for a large family or small family? Large family. But not so large that you're busting at the seams. But I would like a large family just because I think it gives kids a chance to have kind of built-in best friends. And even though you're going to fight like cats and dogs, eventually you're going to get along.
Well, Claire, I have a question for you.
Okay.
What possessed you to start your own channel?
What possessed me to start my own channel for a couple of reasons. One, I thought it was really cool that my dad was doing it, and I saw that people were actually watching, and I thought it was a way that I could touch people in a way that I never could before. In your own area of friends and that kind of thing, you don't, you probably know a couple hundred people, but you don't get to talk to them on a regular basis. And I felt this is a way that I could really just expand not only my knowledge of things, but also expand other people's and get to know other people. And I've had so many great conversations with people that I would have never met if I hadn't started a YouTube channel, and made so many good friends. So,
well,
yeah.
I know that I'm going to say it's not typical for someone of your age to do that. You do a fantastic job. Absolutely fantastic. See, I can make her blush without winking.
Look at her, there she goes.
It's winking and compliments. It just gets me every time.
Okay, everybody in the chat, on the count of 3, wink.
Don't do it. It's coming, even though I know it's blow the stars here. Let's change the subject. Let's see.
How you doing, Jonathan?
B-Lady, I use Premiere Pro, which is the software my dad uses. I used to use Movie Maker, which is really good. Don't wink at me. Just trying to avoid the winks here.
An earthquake, 3.4.
Wow.
I didn't feel anything up here.
Well, Harold was talking about that.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was talking south, somewhere down below Akron, Canton. I'm not sure where you're at.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, Preppy said it was 3.4 where they were.
Well, yeah, that's probably Ohio. I'm guessing that's about where he's at, is over there.
One lost dude's here. Hello.
See, we have a nice smaller bunch.
You have a nice what?
We have a nice smaller crowd here. Everybody's very friendly.
Yeah. I am turning 16 in August, Dale and Crystal. Having your own channel gave you the confidence to come out of your shell. That is 100% true. I am very rather be in the background, kind of blend in with the crowd, and this has kind of made me get out of that a bit. So it's really great.
Well, and I'd like everybody in the chat here to know that Claire stepped up for us here at the last minute to join us on the stream here tonight. We had plans for another channel, and they have an illness right now, and I was kind of left out to lunch with who we were going to have. So
nobody even had to do it, and she's red.
So she stepped right up and just we certainly appreciate her doing that.
I was glad to. I felt bad a couple weeks ago when you had asked me, and I just couldn't at that time, and so I kind of wanted to, if could, fill in. So, yeah. What am I cooking next?
Yeah, Dale and Crystal, her parents need. I'm sure they are extremely proud of her.
They're awesome.
She's very, very
Well-rounded.
Well-rounded young lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep. When you wrote back to Daryl this morning, she still read. When you wrote back to Daryl this morning. That's why she wears baseball caps, so she can put the brim down over her face. And called him Mr. Daryl. He looked at me and he says, "Mr. Daryl?" I said, "Well, maybe she was brought up the same way we were. I lived next to neighbors, and they were always a Mr. and Mrs., even though I knew their first names. That's what I was taught."
Yeah.
Well, we certainly appreciate you you jumping in. We didn't have really any preparation time. We're just kind of winging it here, and I think everybody's having a pretty good time. Yeah, Off-Grid Kid is another young person that does very, very well.
Yeah, he's awesome. We talk sometimes, and he knows so much about chickens, especially. That's his thing, chickens. And I think it's hilarious, especially when he's live streaming, because I'll just say chickens are your best friend, and that gets him so mad at me. Because he's like, they're not my best friend. It's true.
Well, and his sister does a little bit, I guess.
Yeah. She is Off-Grid Girl, and she's busy just because she is, this coming year, she's going to be doing community college, and she also works, so she's busy a lot, but she has good content when she gets it.
Now, I also heard you're going on a trip here this summer.
Yes, I am. I am headed to Seattle, Washington, because I am going to a camp, and also to visit my mentor. Her name is Amy, and she's an amazing woman, and she's one of my best friends on this planet. I went last year, and it was a great experience. It's about a week, and basically you go and so there's two sides of this camp. Part of it is where you go and it's just a normal summer camp. You go for a week, and it's like any summer camp. It is a Christian summer camp, but I will be going to something called Training in Christian Living. And I go and I basically serve the camp, and I help with the dishes, I help with the cooking. Well, not the cooking, but you just help with general upkeep of the camp, and it's just a really, really rewarding experience, and it's so much fun. Because this time it's going to be 3 weeks, and you just make so many lasting friendships, and it's so much fun to really learn what it means to have a servant's heart and to really just give of yourself, and you're not getting anything out of it. And well, you are getting something out of it. You're getting good friendships, and you're learning about so many cool things. So I actually have been to Pike's Place Market and Whidbey Island, and they're both really awesome. Daniel was asking about that, so yeah, that's where I'm going. And I'll be gone for about a month.
Well, it sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
So, do we have anybody else want to know anything that she's doing here this summer? What her future plans may be? I know you started to drive a little bit, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I did start to drive a couple of times. The only reason why I don't practice so much is because we're having troubles with our car, which is fixed now. But also because I know we may not end up in Ohio as our ending place. And since I'm almost 16, I don't want to take the classes here, especially since they're so expensive. So if we move somewhere else to a different state and they're not as expensive, I don't want to have to take them here and then
take them there too. Sure.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thought. Saber-toothed lizards? What did I miss?
Yeah, I'm lost.
We're talking about all the dogs.
Oh,
Okay.
I mean, there's the different comments, but they're all completely just different, and I'm like, I don't know how to pick up on that.
Yeah, Daniel, you have Mohegan Lake, Mohegan River, Creek. Well, I don't know what the correct term is for.
Well, we can, the state park.
Yeah, well, he was talking about he has a mountain and lake nearby.
Oh, okay. Lake-wise, probably be Pleasant Hill, I'm guessing.
I was in public school from, I think it was 4th grade to 8th grade. I'm pretty sure that's it. Mama, if you're on here, can you fix that? But it was for a couple of years, but not for me. Not for me.
Well, your mother's done a fantastic job with your education.
Yes, she has. My mom is really, really smart, and we actually do some online stuff too, but for our book studies, because we got some curriculum from some friends, and she really helped me understand a lot of the history and that kind of thing, because I'm just not so good at that.
Chicken stamps. Well, welcome.
I've been here for a while.
Well, I just saw the name.
Yeah, because I mentioned how I like their name.
Oh, you have a mountain and a lake near Seattle. Okay.
Would you rather move south or north? South. I have some reasons for that, but don't worry.
It's called no winter.
Yeah. Not too south. Just south where it's not so cold. And then some other reasons. So will you be at camp month of August? I will not. I am going to camp June 20. No, I'm leaving the 21st, and then I get back on the 15th of next month. My 2 kids went to camp last summer with church in Florida. It was an orphanage place. They learned a lot and worked. Yeah. I am originally from Florida. I was born in Florida, but then when I was 8, we moved to Ohio.
TJ's Woodworking Shop. Good evening.
Let's see.
Oh, chicken stamp Rasmus Newfies.
Newfies? Do you still have them? Want to get rid of one?
No.
Then I would have a Great Pyre, a Saint Bernard, and then a Newfie.
No.
You've got a lot of dogs.
I know. I'm not going to give up.
Yeah. Night prep in Ohio.
North Carolina is in the middle.
It is my parents' fault that I'm so sweet.
Prepping Ohio, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it very much.
Exactly. Appreciate you stopping by. Fire ants or black flies? Is this a truth or dare question?
I don't know. Is it what I prefer or what kind of thing? If I had to prefer something, it would probably be ants. Flies are nasty.
Well, fire ants bite.
Yeah, but I can avoid them if I try really hard.
Subtropical on the coast of North Carolina. That's a pretty area.
I love Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee's beautiful. When we were driving through, I was like, wow, it's so nice there. They sting, yeah.
Clearwater. My parents used to go to Clearwater usually once a month. The company my dad worked for used to have a party or convention or conference or, let's get drunk and go down to Florida type deal.
Yeah.
Whatever it was. But they had that once a year, and Dad sold enough of the products that he went every year.
Mm-hmm. Steamed broccoli. Definitely steamed.
Claire, I know you guys have had bees in the past. Is that something else that you temporarily got rid of, or were they already gone? Or
that's something we temporarily got rid of. They kind of had, I don't really know what happened, but I think they kind of just left. And so we don't have them right now, but when we move, we're gonna get restarted with that because we really love having fresh honey and it's so good. I used to hate honey. Before we got bees, I absolutely despised it. You would never catch me eating that stuff. But now,
I guess it grows on you just like olives.
There she goes.
I don't think so. I really don't think olives are going to grow on me.
He truly was thinking about getting that huge jar at GFS.
I know. I would have just given them to my dad and been like, "You can eat these." I won't.
Tawana Lynn, I have plans to go through some of the film we have and shorten something up. Right now, I could probably put up about 9 hours of stuff, and that's just a little long for anybody.
Yeah, we had the camcorder was going, and we both had spy glasses that were going. And what I thought my camera, my iPhone, was videotaping, apparently I didn't have it on. But I was making believe that I was taping everybody. There's nothing on my phone this morning.
Yeah.
Well, you did some live streaming to Facebook, didn't you?
Yes, I did some live streaming on Facebook. I'll have to go look for that. You're right, I can use that.
Yeah, I went live one time in the morning for a few minutes, but after that I was just really caught in the moment of talking to everybody and having a good time that I kind of forgot to get a lot of footage. I did get some, though.
We watched that last night of your live right before.
Yep.
Yeah. That's how I knew about the jelly beans.
Tawana, we have what looks like sunglasses, but they have a video camera in them.
Yeah.
And we didn't tell anybody until the meetup was pretty well over. So yeah, it was spy glasses.
Yeah. Have you been to the Smokies in Tennessee? I have not. Not that I know of, at least, or remember. Let's see. Yeah, my parents just got back from caring for the goats. We're going to check on them.
Uh-oh.
Jelly beans are gone.
Yes, I did take a few jelly beans for Maggie Joe.
Does Dad count them?
They're very precious.
Black jelly beans are the best. Brad, do you like black jelly beans?
Yes, I was.
There you go. I love licorice. Love black jelly beans.
The thing is, though, he said I could have some for.
Well, the older we get, the shorter our memory is.
Yeah.
Blame the goats.
Yeah, there we go.
All jelly beans are like manna from heaven.
There we go. I like that. I have to use that.
Yeah. It's just funny. I like specifically the, the Starburst jelly beans?
Yes.
Those are good. I'm not a huge fan of the weird flavored ones from...
Jelly Bellies?
Are
those the weird ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some strange name. I know your father mentioned it on a couple of nights ago.
I've tried
some strange names for them.
Yeah. Some of them were just really nasty.
Well, windswept, isn't that what you're supposed to do? It's like putting your finger on the when you open up a Whitman box of chocolates. You lick your finger and you go, I want this and this and this and this. Nobody else will touch them.
And it's really the people that make the jelly beans. They kind of try and deceive you because they will make very similar coloring for jelly beans.
Mm-hmm.
So the nasty ones look exactly like the ones that taste good, and it's like, this could either be really good or really bad. I don't know how this is going to end up. What are my favorite jelly beans? I like the Starburst ones. I don't really have a favorite flavor of them, but I like the Starburst ones, which unfortunately, I think that's also my dad's favorite ones. So
olive flavored?
No, that would be a waste of a jelly bean.
We'll have to send that suggestion in.
Oh, I bet they do have that. They probably do.
See if they can send Clare a box to try out.
Olive flavored jelly bean. I'm listening.
Yeah, we got Chris's attention.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Angie's Pantry, for stopping. Hope your appointment goes well in the morning for you.
I got a nasty one. Blah. It was gross. I spit it out. It tasted like baby diapers.
Oh,
when was the last time you tasted baby diapers?
I was going to say, I don't even think I want to go there. Oh my gosh, Mel.
That's something that's really funny. People say, oh, that tasted exactly like dirt. I'm like, well, when was the last time you were eating some dirt?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how do you know?
So, yeah. It's just funny. Night, Angie.
You know, Claire, it appears that you're in a different room than what I've used to seeing.
Yes, this is our schoolroom. Normally, I am either live in my bedroom or sometimes I will use my dad's room, but I decided to go live in here just because I was using Skype on this computer. So,
Is your dad's room where they do the cooking shows?
No, we do the cooking shows in here.
Okay.
We do Sunday Night Live in his office.
Okay, his office. Okay.
Yeah, because we can get we use one of his webcams on the computer. We use a webcam over the table, and then another one in front of my mom, so we can see her. It's really fun.
Looks like video bit rat.
My dad's bringing up Clare Cam.
We were going to do something like that, Brad, and we don't have your graphics to do that, so. But, we got a better way to make Claire turn red.
I won't do it.
Hey, Walt, how are you? I didn't even see you in here.
Yeah, we just have her name scrolling across above her here.
Yeah.
So she can probably see that.
I actually stopped looking at that part because it was confusing me. See it now.
Oh, chicken stamps. You're from Hawaii. Well, that sounds cool. I have a cousin from, she's Polynesian, so I can't say where she's from, but love that girl.
Chicken stamps and something funny. Everyone says our native dish, poi, tastes like wallpaper paste. Do they really know what wallpaper
Exactly.
tastes like? My dad is asking what my favorite music and band is. I like an assortment of music, and I think my favorite band, if I had to pick a favorite band, it would probably be 21 Pilots. And I also like a lot of Christian music, and my favorite Christian artist would probably be Natalie Grant. And I also really like listening to cellos. So there's a guy that's named like New Cello on YouTube or something, and I really like listening to his music. It's really neat. So
the music was nicely done on Saturday.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Mm-hmm. Later, TJ. Thank you for stopping.
Tawana likes 21 Pilots too.
Pickled ham, that's just keeping it warm in the room here.
Yep.
Little radiant heat.
Jeez. See, I just wear my emotions right on my face.
Yes, you do.
You know when I'm embarrassed. I don't think it's a bad thing, but have you ever been to a Faith Abounds concert? I have not. I've never actually heard of that.
Hey, Beyond Mountains Homestead, how are you? Glad to see you here. Yeah, Brad, the music was really nice, and obviously we all know, I'm Jewish, but I enjoyed it. It was very nice.
And that's something really cool about doing that kind of thing is, especially the meetup, so many different people from different walks of life.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter your background, just because you're there to make community and you're there to make friendships despite that, because we all have a common ground and that we like to be prepared and we like to be homesteaders and that kind of thing. And that's what's really cool, is that you meet so many different people and it's just really cool.
It was.
And you can kind of find common ground even despite your differences. So. Pickled ham, how many pilots does it take to fly a plane? 21. No, I'm kidding.
Excuse me.
9:57. How time goes when you're having fun.
No, I was looking at the clock and I was like, wow, doesn't feel like it's been that long.
Yeah. Well, I think we had a very decent.
We had a nice
hour
little,
here.
Nice little group of people in here.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them we got to meet this weekend.
Mm-hmm, that was cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I can tell you that I'm pretty sure that I have a video of the Batty channel interviewing Clare. I'm pretty sure I have him interviewing her. So
yeah,
that's something a little different. You'll get to see that from a different perspective.
Yeah, he walked up to me and he's just like, "You want to do an interview?" I'm like, sure. And then he was taking pictures instead of actually videoing. It was really funny because he's like, "Why isn't the video working?" I'm like, "You're taking pictures."
Oh, something else that was very interesting from my perspective anyway was the one couple that was there from Jersey, maybe, the tiny house prepper.
Oh yeah, they're really cool people.
Is that their son is Barry from Empty Hammock.
Mm-hmm.
Which once I found that out, looking at his dad, I mean, you could instantly tell it.
Yeah.
But I've admired Barry's video work for some time here now, and so it was kind of neat meeting his parents, I guess.
Yeah. We actually met his parents through him, so we didn't know their parents at first, and just instant friends. They're really awesome people, and it was great to meet them.
Brad, you were just
being a host.
Yeah, you were being a host. You were a wonderful host.
The host with the most. Yeah.
And I mean, you didn't stay in any one. You let no grass grow under your feet either.
Mm-hmm.
You were from one person to the next, to the next, to the next.
They all made everyone feel very comfortable. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. Last month we got to meet a whole group of YouTubers and people that we've chatted with online or emailed or whatever down in Tennessee, and then Saturday we did the same thing.
Yeah, and we're going to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go to Virginia here.
In October.
In October.
Yeah. Is that
The homesteading one, the homesteading conference.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's blushing.
I just can't see you blushing as well as your daughter does. But
Well, I got it partially from him.
yeah,
so.
well, and I was just going to say that. I can see some of it coming there. Yeah. Yeah, but they are just down-to-earth people.
But your dad has learned how to bounce and run from that a little quicker than you have, Claire.
Yeah, it's true. That is very true.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what, Daniel? I think he had on plaid on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everyone should have been notified, and we could all have plaid on.
Yeah,
that would have been something, wouldn't it?
That would have been a crazy group picture. If we had taken a group picture of everybody wearing plaid, that would have been so funny.
Windswept, it's October 14th. And I know B's going.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've heard a lot of good things about this moringa, and I know.
Well, I use it.
Yeah, and I know. Well, Brad has pushed that for a while, and it's quite the pill.
Yeah. Yeah, it's helped him a lot.
Claire, is there another meetup? Bee Lady wants to know. You going to do one next week?
Pickled Ham is suggesting Labor Day.
Not next week. I don't know. I know that we really want to do more in the future. But I don't know the timing on it. So that's more of a question for my parents, just because, my dad's saying yes, there's going to be one in the fall. So, yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And that'll be fun, just because I know a lot of people there were saying, I couldn't make it to this one, but I don't care. Rain, shine, snow. We're there next time.
Well, you had people that drove over 9 hours to get there one way.
Quite a few.
So.
Well, I know Dolphin Man did, and then
Well, he was from Georgia.
And then the Poconos.
Yeah.
We know because we've been there, so we know that's an 8-9 hour drive.
And then from Jersey and.
Yep.
Famous quote: "Batty, what do you grow? Me. We grow kids." I didn't know what to say.
They finally found out what the problem was and started watching TV instead.
No more cable.
I think your mom did say that one time, didn't she?
Yes, she might say that a lot.
Yeah, I think I heard her say that.
Like, we finally know what the problem is. We didn't have cable.
At your meetup, the name tags were a nice touch too.
Yeah. That was actually, I think it was Pickled Ham's idea. Because we're like, well, how are we going to differentiate these people? We know their comments, we know their channel names, so it would be really helpful to have name tags to have their channel name. That way you can kind of put 2 and 2 together. So that was a really cool idea to have. My dad could rock a camera. No!
You really have your daughter turning red then.
No kilts.
I think my sunglasses just broke.
You have to wear something that's not so pink on your head, Claire, because it just sort of just blends like blush. Just blends right up in there.
I don't ever need to wear makeup and blush and that kind of stuff. My face just has a natural pink to it already.
Yes, you do, Brad.
Yeah, we can.
It's very evident. Not only Claire, but all your kids.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, I told Krista that when everybody was doing that game and writing down channels, or if they did this or they did that, I was sitting on the side of one of the picnic tables, and there was a young man next to me, and then Hope was right next to him, and side view, you would have thought it was a young Claire. They were like, yeah, identical sisters. It was weird.
Yeah.
Well, is this Mike or Jenny?
Oh, YouTube.
Yes, Dad, I want to watch Braveheart. Of course, I would never turn Braveheart down. Yeah.
Windswept, yeah. I hear you on that.
It's not a dress, it's a kilt.
Still remember them coming into the Crackle Barrel and yelling, and not yelling, but saying that.
Yeah, he's just so used to doing it, it's not yelling anymore.
Yeah.
How you doing, Mike? Glad to see you here.
Yeah, something my dad's saying, Hope and Claire could not be more different. We are polar opposites in personality and what we like to do, but it's interesting just because we're sisters, so there's tension, but she's so cool. She plays outside and runs around and nothing.
And gathers stray deer.
Yeah.
She does. And stumps her dad right there.
Yep. Yeah. He's like,
he'll never live that down.
Yeah, I mean, he called my mom, and I was sitting there, and he's just like, so she caught a deer? And my mom's like, excuse me? It's like, yeah, she caught a deer.
She rides her goats.
My mom, it's my island. Yes.
Yeah, that's true, pickled ham. Different personalities, exactly. Exactly. But
hey, Amber.
All the kids had such a great time. They all just sort of blended into one another.
Yeah. And they were super, I mean, it was really hot outside, and they were just really behaved. And that was one thing that was really cool, is they all were just playing and having a good time together, and no problems whatsoever.
Yep, taking those little buckets and dumping it over other people's heads or their own.
Yeah, that was funny.
We're trying to get Jonathan.
I don't remember who I got. My brother was walking that way, and I just happened to be walking that way. I'm like, here, I'll grab that bucket, and I don't know who I got, but I dumped some water on somebody.
Well, and I know something that we could do here for the next 5 minutes in the chat. Everybody that's above your name, the person that's right above your name, make sure you subscribe to them.
That's a good idea.
Let's see. Okay.
Stephen Terry at Terrabella Farms. Hi, guys.
Hey, how are you?
Glad to see you here.
All right, I subbed somebody.
Oh, we got one on Brad. Cool idea, huh, Brad? I like your little trivia questions in your live streams. Those are cool. And right after you did the one last night, Daryl happened to walk into the room, and I go, I won. He goes, won what? A Thrive thing. I don't know what it is, but I won.
Yeah. Thrive is so awesome. I love the fruit and the vegetables. I could eat that all day.
Yeah. Our granddaughters, we went to a gun show last year, and there was somebody selling I know it wasn't Thrive, but it was the freeze-dried stuff.
Yeah.
And I bought 3 packets. I bought bananas, strawberries, and
something else.
I don't know what the other thing was. The girls inhaled the strawberries.
Mm-hmm.
I had to hide the bananas.
Yeah.
And I think the other one might have been peas. And even freeze-dried, those things are pretty good.
Yeah. I think my favorite is either the bananas or the blueberries. Oh, no. Those are my favorites. I think those are my favorite. And then something that's a close third would be the yogurt bites that they have. It just melts in your mouth.
Oh, that's what your dad talks about, isn't it? The yogurt bites.
It's incredible.
I may have to try that.
Don't forget, whoever's right above your last comment, you got to sub to them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you something to do.
Now, if the conversation was going as fast as it does in Brad and Krista's chat, you'd have to run them down to figure out who was above you.
It's so I moderate for them because I love to moderate.
Right.
That Oh my gosh, it's so difficult, especially when the chat is going fast, to answer all the questions because a lot of times people don't put it in caps.
Right.
And so I don't know if it's a question, and then they'll get kind of irritated with me if I don't answer, and I'm like, I didn't see it.
Well, that's like your mom when it's time to do their people can do a shout out for either their channel or whatever their favorite one. I mean, your mom, you can just see her eyes are almost like rolling in her head, trying to
Yeah.
keep up with all the names.
That's exactly what it's like.
I watched an off the ranch live stream here last week. I think it was. So last week, 7,500 people in the chat.
Love Off the Ranch. He's an awesome guy.
7,500 people. You could not follow anything.
Yeah.
But then he has like 1,000 people before the chat even starts.
Yeah.
And that's funny because I went on there and I commented, and then all of a sudden I see my name highlighted. Bizariza Jizza saw me on there, was like, Claire! It was so cool because I never thought I'd see anybody that I knew, but he was on there. It was really cool. So.
Well, I know you like his channels.
Yeah. He's an awesome guy.
Yeah, I've written a few times, him and Wrangler Star and Off the Ranch or The Vet or one of his three. And then the guy down in Columbus.
Oh, Roman Atwood.
And
yeah.
I don't get a response from any of them. Trying to say, hey, why don't you come in and be a guest on one of our live streams?
I can testify just to the fact that at that size, you probably get thousands of emails a day.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's no doubt. Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
It's crazy. I mean, I know my dad gets so many. It's sometimes he'll have it open and there's like 50 to 100 emails in his box that's just people wanting to chat, and that can be really hard to answer all of them. And just imagine the mass scale of subscribers that those people have. I mean, I don't even know how they would go about that.
Yeah.
But we can let a little cat out of the bag here. We've got a couple people in the future here that's going to be coming on.
Mm-hmm.
Alderman Farms are going to be on here in the near future, and Dirt Patch Heaven, and Big Bear Homestead, and Homesteading with the Cases. So there's a few channels that'll be coming up here. So
yeah, those are awesome channels. I love Alderman Farms. They do little snippets of live streams almost every day, and I love to see their garden. They're really cool people.
Did you watch the intro Tommy did yesterday afternoon when he was sitting in his car?
I did not, just because we were on the road.
Right.
And we were busy, so.
It's short. I think it's like maybe 5 minutes.
Oh, it's only a minute and a half.
Minute and a half.
Yeah.
Just
go watch it.
Go back and look at that one. It's hysterical.
I will make sure to do that.
And they are terrific people. We met them at the conference, and that Friday night when we went to Crackle Barrel.
Yep. Story's got everybody saying it.
Yeah. We sat with them, and they're just, down to earth people. They were great.
Well, listen, we've got well over an hour in here. We've taken up Claire's time. If anybody's got any questions for her, if you want to stick around for a while, we don't have anywhere pressing to go at the moment. So it's up to you folks in the chat, whatever you'd like to do here.
Not yet, Elizabeth. We don't have a schedule yet. The person that we originally thought was going to be here tonight, they had some medical issues in their family. So we sort of put
Claire jumped in and helped us out.
Yeah.
And we really appreciate her doing that.
Mm-hmm.
It was my pleasure.
Hey Amber, how you doing? Is it still raining down there? Oh, the dogs are gathered. They're already inside. We have kennels in our garage is in the basement, and they have kennels, and that's where they sleep. So they're already in there and hopefully going to sleep pretty soon. Although at 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning, they were barking about something. Piece of fuzz may have, flew by on their nose or something.
Farm alarm, good evening. Glad to see you could make it in.
I don't have homework, Daniel, because the year's over. My chores are done.
Well, I'm glad it finally quit raining, Amber. I know it rained here yesterday, and about 3 o'clock, 3:30 this morning, it was thundering and rain was coming down, but it hasn't rained at all today. So the garden should have dried up enough that we can get out there tomorrow and finish our planting.
Coco is asking, are you doing any fundraisers for your campsite? So actually, my mentor is an amazing woman. She's actually doing this trip for me. I did not expect it. A few months ago, she's like, hey, want to come up to Seattle again? Like, sure. But she's just such an amazing woman. It was such a blessing. So I'm not doing any fundraisers. So.
Well, Pickled Him, I'm glad you stopped by. It was very good meeting you this past weekend.
Yeah, it sure was.
Way dry. Farm alarm, I'm not sure. I don't remember where you're at. You in Texas, maybe?
Let's see. Any more questions?
Sure, Amber. I don't know what route you're going to take to Michigan. You may not even come by this way.
Missouri, okay. Very dry out that way. All right.
We almost moved out that way. Kansas or Missouri.
Yeah.
Which one was it?
Yes.
They're like, yes. I used to work for the phone company, and it was a local phone company, and when Sprint bought them out, the department I worked for here locally, corporate took it over. And I had my choice of trying to find a job here locally in what I did, and couldn't find that. So we went out to Kansas, and we were there for a week and looked around, and just wasn't in the cards. My brother and sister are well, now it's only my sister, but my brother and sister live out in California, and I was the only one here, and my mom was here, and she wasn't well. So I sort of made the decision that, no, we're just going to stay here. So we did, and my job went bye-bye, and
Well, listen, I want to thank each and every one of you that's in the chat here tonight, especially you, Claire. Thank you very much. You've done a wonderful job.
Thank you. It was awesome to be here.
So, and we don't do this just on a one-time basis. We'll have to have you back again sometime. So, all right. Unless anybody's got anything else, we're going to call it an evening.
Daniel's Mission Trip Car Wash on the 17th at Advance Auto on Ashland Road.
To family.
What's on the 17th at the car wash?
It's probably the fundraiser.
Oh, fundraiser. Okay.
Send us an email. Send us an email on that.
Tawana, we don't have any say-so in that. Yeah, Amber, when the time comes, make sure you let us know. I mean, maybe we can meet somewhere in the middle. So, because we're off of I-71.
Well, thank you guys for having me. It was awesome to be on here.
It was a pleasure having you. Brad
Yes.
and Krista, we had a wonderful weekend, or a wonderful Saturday, and you have raised a beautiful daughter. You did good.
Well, all our kids.
Yeah, sure do. Like I said, Grizz is here. Grizz. Bringing up the tail. Like I said, our granddaughters talked about them almost all the way back here. So, hi, Jatan.
Well, they're still coming in, Claire. I don't know what to tell you. We got these late arrivals here.
You're grizzy.
So,
Yeah, She is a great girl.
Okay, we're gonna call it a night. We've held her up here for over an hour. Looks like about an hour and 20 minutes or so.
All right.
So, Claire, thanks again. Thank everybody. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you next week.
Yeah, we'll be
Bye.
back 9 p.m. next Monday.
All right.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yep. Thank you guys for having me.